I think it's going to be a great event. Every time I fight is fireworks. Boxing wins come November the 4th.
Good. Attention. Come on, strong. Come on, speed. Speed. 5. Speed.
Talent creates an opportunity for him to win his fights, but he's got so much more within him from his approach. I just feel like he's only like 75% of where he could be, and that's dangerous. That's saying something because the kid is awesome.
Not me changing training, because for sure Calvin will definitely be going to the fight. Just different looks.
He's gonna bring the overhand as his favorite fight.
Like when you spawn, you don't always spar the same guy. That's what Byron and Calvin, they give me different looks.
Tank, not only does he possess great athleticism, he is one of those fighters that come along once in a lifetime. You can tell him something once, maybe even twice, and he will get it to perfection. Break it down. Hurt me, hurt me, hurt me.
Yep. So.
Again. One more. Under.
I was looking at
It's looking bad today. That's how it's looking. Cole gonna break some shit. And if he don't break some shit, he gonna beat the out of him. Over and oh, nice. Oh, reverse.
We don't care who it is. We have no friend. Shakur, if his cousin get in the ring, he gonna get this smoke. If his brother get in the ring, he gonna get this smoke. We have no friend. Strictly business.
Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson started their intense training ahead of their super fight. Ahead of this fight, Stevenson made it clear he was ready and willing to step up, insisting the door remained open for any big fight.
Willing to work with anybody that's on the table that want to make some money. I'm a businessman, so I would love to make all of these fights happen. So,
When do you think that fight would happen?
I can't tell you no dates. I don't know.
But I would imagine you want to get back in ASAP, right?
I'm ready whenever.
Yeah.
Stephen A. Smith made his stance clear. The most exciting fighter and biggest box office attraction in boxing right now was none other than Gervonta Davis.
Is debate who's the most exciting fighter, who's the biggest box office attraction in boxing. That would happen to be Gervonta Davis. We just gotta accept it. So the biggest fight of your career, of your life, you blew because of the manner in which you got taken out.
According to Terrence Crawford, Stevenson's skills were undeniable, regardless of anyone's feelings about his personality. And that truth was exactly why Gervonta Davis had suddenly gone silent.
Tank is not going to be able to hit Shakur like he hit everybody else. And he know that. He knows that. That's why he's like, he's boring, he's this, he's that. He's trying to diminish everything that Shakur have done, so it's not marketable. But he can't do that because Shakur is what, 3-weight world champion?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like
how many actual real titles have Tank had like what, 2?
But Stevenson dissected Gervonta Davis's power, contrasting it with his own superior skill set. He acknowledged Davis's knockout ability if those shots landed cleanly.
Tank is the face of boxing, and he get a lot of knockouts that people kind of making it like, if you ain't doing what Tank doing, then they gonna say it's boring. Do you feel like it's because of how his style is that they kind of putting that on you, like wanting you to do that?
People is blessed with different ability. He's blessed with a God-given ability that he crack you 9 times out of 10, you gonna go down. That's his ability.
Yeah.
I'm blessed with God-given eye. A lot of people don't understand how good good my eyes is. I can see really good. Like punches coming my way, I know how to get away from them
Right.
at any given time. Our abilities are just different, so they probably are judging me from a scale of him, but at the end of the day, he's a great fighter. He's a special fighter. But
Teddy Atlas believed Gervonta Davis was the one fighter who could actually beat Shakur Stevenson. In his view, no one else posed the same technical and physical threat that Tank brought to the ring.
Because Shakur Stevenson is that difficult because of his style, because of his abilities, because of his eyes, because of his, his legs, and his hand speed, the way that he controls range. Tank Davis is the only guy that I can see that could possibly decipher that style and beat Shakur Stevenson.
Everyone raved about Shakur Stevenson's skill, but Roy Jones Jr. identified one reason Gervonta Davis could flip the script. While Tank had made headlines for drama outside the ring, Jones believed Shakur's discipline and growth since the Teofimo Lopez fight positioned him as the likely winner. But Roy couldn't ignore the elephant in the room. Tank's power remained the ultimate wildcard. According to Jones, skill controlled most rounds, but power only needed one moment. Davis possessed that one-shot ability that could erase 12 rounds of dominance in an instant. In Roy's view, that single factor was enough to give even a fighter as polished as Shakur legitimate sleepless nights.
Right now, Shakur wins it because of his discipline, because he showed against Teofimo that he can stay very disciplined all night. And he's the type of guy, he don't really do a lot of crazy stuff in his life normally, so it's like discipline is a thing that is not only exercised inside the ring, it's exercised also outside the ring. And as we see, sometimes Gervonta has problems with discipline, but we have never seen Shakur have problems with discipline. We've seen him be more disciplined at the right times than we've seen him not have discipline. So with the fight being like it is right now, I would lean towards Shakur because of his discipline, but don't get it twisted. If somebody could beat him, Tank Davis will be that person.
Discussing the potential matchup, Roy Jones Jr. emphasized just how dangerous Gervonta Davis could be at his absolute peak. If Tank stayed focused, disciplined, and handled the distractions outside the ring, he became a serious threat to anyone standing across from him. While many favored Davis because of his raw power, Roy admitted he still leaned toward Shakur Stevenson as the likely winner. But Jones issued a clear warning: if Tank brought something unexpected into that ring, he could turn the entire fight upside down. According to Roy, Stevenson's skill set was special, but Davis possessed the kind of explosive unpredictability that broke through even the best laid plans. In that scenario, what looked like Shakur's night could suddenly become Tank's defining moment.
Of his intangibles. When Tank is disciplined and got his mind on right, Tank's a problem for anybody. Tank can fight better than most people think he can. It's just that sometimes his outside antics get the better of him, and it makes people think less of him, but don't underestimate Tank Davis. If Tank is motivated and ready to fight, Tank is a problem for anybody.
Moving to the heavyweight icon, Mike Tyson threw his weight behind Gervonta Davis and broke it down with legendary insight. Tyson made it clear that Shakur Stevenson wasn't the type to fold after one clean shot. He was disciplined, defensively gifted, and built to survive, adjust, and frustrate. Beating someone like that demanded more than just skill. It required sheer force, and in Tyson's eyes, Tank brought exactly that. Power capable of flipping a fight in a single heartbeat. Explosive speed that closed the distance before an opponent could process the danger. According to Iron Mike, Stevenson might have all the answers, but Davis only needed to ask one question, and the answer would arrive before Shakur ever saw it coming.
Mike, who will win out of Shakur and Gervonta?
Gervonta Davis?
Yeah.
I like to go with Tank. Everyone's going to go with Tank, It would be a very interesting fight. Shakur takes a good shot, though. He's a specialist. That's why some fights that he doesn't look good in, because he's so superior. He is boring watching sometimes. But he's a specialist. He knows what he's doing. He's hard to beat. To bring out the best in Shakur, you gotta pressure him like Tank.
A boxing analyst made a compelling case for Gervonta Davis, arguing that despite all the talk about Shakur Stevenson's superior defense, fans still hadn't seen the best version of Tank. The analyst pointed out that everyone focused on Davis's power, but that missed the full picture. He was an incredibly patient fighter who didn't waste punches.
Shakur Stevenson. Shakur might have better defense, but at the end of the day, I still think we haven't seen the best Tank Davis. That's what people always power. We still haven't seen the best Tank Davis. And Shakur, for the most part, he comes forward. Mm-hmm. Tank Davis, he takes his one shot. Mm-hmm. He's a very patient fighter. He doesn't throw a lot of shots, but every shot he throws, he makes them count.
Canelo Alvarez weighed in on the potential showdown. keeping his assessments simple and direct. But Canelo made it clear where his money would go. Gervonta Davis. He pointed to Tank's power and his ability to move forward aggressively, qualities that separated him from others, keeping his assessments simple and direct. But Canelo made it clear where his money would go. Gervonta Davis. He pointed to Tank's power and his ability to move forward aggressively, qualities that separated him from others. In Canelo's view, Davis had the tools to cut off the ring and turn Stevenson's movement into a trap rather than an escape. The message was straightforward. Shakur could avoid punches, but Tank knew how to find a way.
Shakur Stevenson is a good fighter. He moves a lot, and it's very difficult to get hit. To hit him, but I like Gervonta Davis.
Okay.
He's a really good fighter. He hits hard, and he knows how to go forward. So I put my money on Gervonta.
Shakur Stevenson addressed the current state of talks with Gervonta Davis's team, revealing that while there had been contact, nothing had materialized. He made it clear that this fight wasn't just another matchup, it would seal the deal on who truly ruled the division in this era. When asked why he believed he would beat Davis, Stevenson pointed to his superior skill set. He explained that he had mastered the art of hitting without getting hit, forcing opponents to abandon their game plans. Tank, in his view, would have no choice but to become a full-blown aggressor, stepping completely outside his comfort zone just to have a chance. And that, Shakur believed, was where the fight would be won.
Has there been any talks with Tank's team?
They reached out, but we told them to come back with an offer. And as far as that, we ain't heard nothing since then. Me and him fighting each other, we'll seal the deal on the kings of that division, the kings of this era, the kings of everything. So, like I've been saying it for years, the moment is gonna come, and when it happens, I'll be ready.
Why does Shakur Stevenson beat Gervonta Davis?
Because that I'm a better skilled boxer. I mastered the art of hitting and not getting hit. And he will be the person that will have to change up his style. He can't go out there and box and lose rounds. He will have to change up his style and just become full blast aggressor to try to have a chance in winning the fight.
In the end, the boxing world found itself standing at a crossroads. On one side stood Gervonta Davis, explosive power wrapped in patience, waiting to land the one shot that changed everything. On the other side, Shakur Stevenson, a defensive mastermind who forced even the most dangerous fighters to fight his fight. The debate would continue, the predictions would keep coming, but one truth remained undeniable: this wasn't just another fight. This was a collision of styles, eras, and legacies.